Another Chicago Bulls news, rumors, injury updates, preseason action, and the start of the regular season. So I haven't done a Bulls video in a while, a couple weeks at least. Reason being, well, I think all the stuff that I could talk about, I've already alluded to for the most part in other videos, but some information became official, and then there were a couple things that I wanted to do a video on, and I just simply didn't have time. So I'm going to touch upon all those things right now. Tonight is the start of the NBA regular season, and I'll talk about that as well, but just going to get my thoughts and opinions on all these little things that have happened in the past few weeks. So, of course, the first thing that happened towards the end of September, they announced that Lonzo Ball was going to have surgery on his knee, his second surgery on that knee, because it was reported that he actually was having, this happened after the surgery, or no, it was right before the surgery, that he was having issues walking up the stairs, and they were saying he was progressing a little bit. It doesn't sound like that based on what Lonzo Ball said, because he had a little media event where people were asking him questions. So he did elect for the surgery, and it sounds like surgery was a success. They haven't come out, at least I haven't heard what exactly the issue was, but they think they fixed it. Now, timetable for Lonzo Ball. I would say he's probably going to be out until at least January, maybe longer, and I guess there's a slim chance that Lonzo Ball could miss the entire season. So there's a reason why the Bulls signed Goran Dragic, and I think that's the reason why, but let's count on not having Lonzo Ball until at least January, if not later. I think we're going to definitely miss his perimeter defense and his three-point percentage, but hopefully the rest of the players on the team pick up the slack while Lonzo Ball is out. Then we had the start of the preseason, and I was a little concerned with Patrick Williams. Now, I'm not a Bulls fan that just wants to trade everybody away. I like Patrick Williams, but I have to be concerned with his level of consistency with the Bulls. He has one good game, and he has 3 games where it doesn't look like he's even on the court. Like he's not aggressive enough, and they actually moved him to the bench in the preseason, and he looked a lot better on the bench for at least a game, and then had a game where he looked lost. So Patrick Williams needs to show a lot more consistency. We need him to be a guy that gets 10 points, 6 to 8 rebounds, a block, a couple assists, and maybe a steal a night. We need that from Patrick Williams. If we can't get that from Patrick Williams on an almost regular basis, we need to consider the fact that maybe we should move on from Patrick Williams. He was the 4th overall pick in the NBA draft, and he doesn't play like the 4th overall pick. I understand he had a season where he practically missed the whole season, so you can't really hurt him. You can't get on him about that, but I'm just a little concerned. He worked all off season, it seems like, even with DeMar DeRozan, and we see him not really perform that well in the preseason. So that's why I have to be concerned. But if we can get a player that's going to play hard and be more consistent than Patrick Williams, and maybe even get some more assets in addition to that player, maybe we need to consider trading Patrick Williams. I don't want to trade Patrick Williams, but next year is his last year of his contract. He's probably going to want to raise, even though he hasn't really done that much, and he obviously has a season to prove himself, next year. But wait, is this... Next year is the last year of his contract, so in 2 years. So he's going to want to get paid, and he needs to produce on the court. And I think he will, but I'm just a little concerned with his level of consistency right now. And the reason why I'm concerned with Patrick Williams is Javonte Green was balling. Now, keep in mind, it is the preseason, but Javonte Green was on fire in the preseason. He's just all over the place. He's making a lot of his shots. He's playing defense. He's hitting threes. I don't like his size for a power forward-ish, but, he plays way better than Patrick Williams. If Patrick Williams played like Javonte Green, he would be a lot better, but Javonte Green certainly has deserved a spot in the starting lineup, in my opinion, for the Bulls. Just based off of what he plays, and now next year he's a free agent. I kind of want to keep Javonte Green because he does a little bit of everything. I don't know if we'll be able to afford him, depending on how much money he makes. But hats off to Javonte Green. He's looked good. And keep in mind, preseason, but I'm really excited. And then another player that I was already excited about, and then I became even more excited about. So I was looking at a box score for one of the Bulls preseason games, and I saw that Andre Drummond was, was it 3 for 3 or 2 for 2 or something like that from the three-point line. I'm like, that's got to be a mistake. Sure, turns out Andre Drummond is making threes now. I never knew that Andre Drummond even shot threes other than like a Hail Mary at the end of the game. Well, Hail Mary is a football term. But, a shot from half court or almost the full court. If Andre Drummond added a legit three-pointer to his game, which it seems like he has, Andre Drummond is going to be the signing of the year. Barring injuries and all that, the guy's going to get 10 points a game if he plays like 20-plus minutes a game. He's probably going to get you close to 10 rebounds and a block and a steal a game, and then hit a three a game or two. That's great production from your backup center, a guy who you have contracted through next year. I think actually it's a player option. But if Nikola Vucevic decides he wants to leave, which I don't think Vuce is going to leave unless we trade him, we do have Andre Drummond who's improving his game. If he improves from the free throw line and gets to closer to like 70% and hits a three or two a game, man, Andre Drummond, he wants to stay in the league, so he's adding things to his game, and that's awesome. I never knew that he even shot threes, so hats off to Andre Drummond for improving his game. And then, speaking of Nikola Vucevic, he looked really good. Of course, it is the preseason. Him and Javonte Green were dominating in the preseason. But if Vuce has got everything past him, all the trade rumors are past him, if he plays like the way he's playing now, Nikola Vucevic is going to be an all-star. And they rated him like the 10th best center in the league. I think he's obviously a lot better than that. But hey, I hope Vuce is back to normal. Obviously, he's not going to be the go-to guy, but if he can be like a 17 and 10 guy, that's what we need him to do, with maybe hitting 1-3 and dominating in the post and not getting into foul trouble, which he's pretty good at, but that would hurt us because he's we have a little bit more depth at center this year, so we should be okay, especially with our three-point field goal specialist, Andre Drummond. So Vuce, he's playing well, and that's always a good thing. And then this actually surprised me because I didn't think it was actually going to happen. But, the Bulls gave Kostas Antetokounmpo a deal for preseason, and they actually made him, they signed him to a two-way deal. And I'm surprised because, no offense to Antetokounmpo, but he looked terrible in the action that I saw him in. Now, granted, it's preseason, and maybe he wasn't ready or something like that, but I'm just a little surprised that they gave him the two-way deal. Nobody else is going to go after him, I don't think. And, well, I don't know. Unless they really think that Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to come to Chicago. I think it was in 2026, and this is their steps to make that happen. But I'm actually surprised that he signed that two-way deal with the Bulls, because I think they should have gave it to, was it Freeman Liberty or the other point guard, the Jones, I think. But Antetokounmpo is a member of the Bulls. Kostas Antetokounmpo. And then the newest news, which has me alarmed, is the fact that Zach LaVine has already been ruled out for the first two games of the NBA regular season, which tip-off is tonight against the Miami Heat. LaVine didn't look very good in preseason. He didn't really play a lot, but I'm a little concerned that he missed the last game due to just, hey, none of the big players are going to play in the last game in preseason. But to miss the first two games of the regular season, is that knee fully healthy? I mean, Zach LaVine, we just gave you a 5-year deal for $200 and whatever $million. I don't remember the exact number. $212 million or $216 million, one of the two. I might be wrong there. $215, whatever. $200+ million. It's concerning, and I'm a little worried because the reports that we got about Lonzo Ball said he was progressing, but just not progressing fast enough. Now LaVine is hurt. Is he having issues that we haven't heard about? Or is it really just knee rest? I don't know, but it's a little concerning. So we're not going to have Zach LaVine for the first two games of this regular season. He's supposed to play on Saturday, the home opener. I believe that's the home opener at the United Center. Or maybe it's not. I don't know, but that's what I hear. Maybe their second game is Saturday, and I just heard that wrong. But hopefully Zach LaVine will be fine, but he did not look good in preseason, so I have to be a little concerned. So that's all the news that I'm catching up on. I was, again, very excited to see Andre Drummond make threes. I thought it was an error in the ESPN box score. And Kostas Antetokounmpo, I did not think that we would give him a two-way deal, but we did, which is nice because we need the size in case Derrick Jones Jr. or Javonte Green or Patrick Williams gets hurt. At least we got somebody that's tall, although I don't expect to see Antetokounmpo much during the season, but so maybe we can make him a good player. Who knows? So, of course, if you're a Bulls fan and you love the Chicago Bulls and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, 1 or 2 more likes a video actually goes a long way. You'd be surprised. So help me out with the algorithm. Smash the like button. Share the video with whomever you want, or if you want to put this video on any one of your social media platforms, please do so. Sound off in the comment section about any thoughts you have regarding the Chicago Bulls. What are we going to do this season? Will Kobe White be traded, especially if Lonzo Ball comes back and we don't really need Kobe White, although we do need the scoring and the three-point percentage, but I think we probably would want more depth at the 5 or the 4, well, at the 4 technically. So let me know about that or anything you want to talk about Bulls related. And of course, last but certainly not least, you're watching the video anyway, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.